Biology can lend itself into lots of different things about trees. One thing that would be an easy lesson about trees has to do with nuts. In the fall particularly, it would be easy to talk about beech nuts, about hickory nuts, about pecans, about walnuts, about acorns, all sorts of different kinds of nuts. I have 2 or 3 that I just found that I didn't have others at home, but it's easy to talk about the different kinds. These are hickory nuts. This is a different kind of hickory nut. You can see the different size, so you could talk about the different varieties of that. You could talk about the shells of the hickory nut and how that cushions it, keeps it from breaking. Obviously a walnut. And obviously there are all different kinds of things. You could talk about the leaf that goes with those different trees while you're talking about that. And my students always love the idea that they could eat some of them because many of them have never tried some of those. And again, I'm not advertising for Kroger, but Kroger has, if you go to the large Kroger stores, they have loose nuts, and you can buy just a small amount and let your students try things like pistachios, which some of them may not have tried, or other things that they may not have tried, unique things that might be a little different for them. Obviously things like pecans or pine nuts is one that my students didn't realize that the pine cones that fall off the tree have pine nuts in them. Also, it would be an easy time to talk about how peanuts, even though they have the word nut goes with them, that they are legumes. They are not nuts. They don't come from a tree, and they're not technically nuts. So it would be a good lesson to talk about legumes and other kinds of legumes and how they are not really nuts, even though they're called that. So a variety of different things that you could do with tree identification and nuts.